Welcome to Thoughts of a Student. I am your brother, Kadir Nakib. We wanted to bring you outside today. Come outside of the classroom, come outside of the office for a moment, and just talk about how do we receive information, especially if it's information that we never heard before, we never thought about it before, we may not have even cared about it before. So here we have what you have is uncultivated, untilled ground right here. And sometimes this is how we receive this type of mindset. When our mind has not been tilled, it's harder for us to receive information, especially if that information is against what we've been taught most of our lives. What we have to my right here is tilled ground. This has been cultivated, which means a process has been taken. Someone has came out and done a job so that this ground can be fertilized to receive some seeds, and therefore you have some broken up gravel, broken up land here. And next phase of this is they'll come in, they'll drop some seeds in, and then it'll be the watering process, and then it'll be the process of whatever they decide to grow here. As you see these big clunks right here, these clunks represent an old frame of thinking. These clunks represent somebody who don't want to receive new information. The mind has been blocked because of the influence sometimes of our parents, our pastors, our preachers, whatever they taught us growing up. We take it sometimes, we just hold it, and we never look past that to see if what we've been taught or what we think or our thinking process is right. So again, I want us to concentrate on this side of the ground where you can't really drop a seed on this and do no planning. Just can't receive no new information, no type of new reality, no process, no growth, no life. So the point that I'm trying to make is it's a process that takes place. Some of our minds are just like this part of the ground. We don't want to hear nothing new. We don't want to receive anything contrary to what we've been taught. However, there are some of us who take new information openly. There's a process being done, and our minds is open to receive seeds, new ideas, new frames of lifestyle, new realities. So when we take that in, we can begin to cultivate. We are being cultivated, and our minds can produce new things. This way over here is not good for us. We have to be students and have our minds cultivated to allow new gifts to come out of us. And so when the process of tilling takes a lot of work. So our minds, we can't be impatient with ourselves when we desire to take on new tasks if we are in that position. We should not be upset with ourselves when we fall short. We shouldn't be upset with ourselves if we don't reach our goals as fast as we desire to. When we desire change, that's a beautiful beginning process. However, we have to remember that things happen in stages. Once again, if we take a look at this ground did not look like this a few weeks ago. It was a process of work that had to be done. That's the same thing as our minds. We have to break up our old way of thinking, our old way of doing things, especially when we want change. We can't say that we want change and continue doing things as usual. Einstein said that's insanity. So let's strive to improve our reality by taking in new information and applying things that we've never done before. Step outside of your comfort zone. That is the breaking up process in your normal day-to-day thinking and your routine. So once again, step outside of your comfort zone. Expand your breast. Expand your area of comfort. The whole universe belongs to you. There's no cap on what you can accomplish in life. There's no limit to what you can do. None of us has a limit. None of us can reach a plateau. If we reach a plateau, then we begin to decrease in life and we begin to die. It's like having the ground and never watering it, having plants and never watering it, excuse me. Now, what we want to do is, we want to challenge you to take time this week to do something that you've been wanting to do that may be critical towards your day-to-day life. Take one day, 30 minutes, 1 hour, a few moments a day to begin breaking up your mind, breaking up your normal way of doing things, breaking up so that new seeds and new ideas can begin to germinate in yourself and that God can use you. Remember, in the beginning of the Bible, God placed Adam and Eve in the garden. Think about that. So let's place ourselves in the garden. Let's plant some seeds in our minds. Let's cultivate those seeds, cultivate our gifts and our talents, and let's strive to be a better people. Let's strive to be a more challenging of self people. Challenge yourself to be better than you was 5 minutes ago. Before you started watching this video, before you woke up this morning, you should be better. This moment right here, right now. So challenge yourself, challenge yourself, challenge yourself. You can if you want to, so do it if you want to, and don't allow yourself to limit yourself. Step outside your box. Thank you for tuning in to Thoughts of a Student. Join us next time.